Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros. This is Leading Off, brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. It's me, Joey P. Joe Pizzapia. With me today is Scott Bogman. And, of course, it's you. All the peanuts and the Cracker Jacks are here in the chat on the YouTube channel. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to Fantasy Pros MLB channel. We're separate than the other Fantasy Pros, where it's just football all day, all the time. So here's the spot to get your baseball fix, and that's what we provide you every day. Scott Bogman, it's great to see your face. I hope life is going better for you than it is the Anaheim Angels.
Yeah, you know what? It is. Even though the D-backs got absolutely smoked last night and have been on a downward spiral ever since playing the Dodgers, it is still going better than the Angels for sure.
Yes. So the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim have not won a game in many moons. It's been a long time. And I always feel like when you hit a stretch like
testy.
this, well, they had a big hot stretch there for a while. And then inevitably, it's going to come back around. But the thing is, if you have the big hot stretch and the big cold stretch, guess what that makes you? A 500 baseball team. So I don't know how you work your way out of this. I'm not sure. But Larry wants to know if you're flying your D-backs flag upside down right now. Are you?
I did. I am. I said, until they cut Mark Melanson, this D-backs flag is hanging upside down in my lawn. I tell you that much right here. So I am sick of Mark Melanson. I can
not
say
a fan.
That. Yeah, not a big fan. Guy is piping 91 down the middle of the plate. So not my favorite.
Well, let's get to my favorite. Let's get to the headlines. And we're going to start off with another cycle. This one by Eduardo Escobar, who was our lineup builder yesterday over on FanDuel. We talked about those guys in the middle of the Mets lineup. We talked about Carrasco winning games, looking for bad Blake Snell. Well, guess what? We got them all. It was great. Carrasco, 10 strikeouts, and he gets tied for the major league lead with 7 wins. So another big victory for them. Bo Bichette hits a 2-run homer in a rout of the Jays over the Royals. And Vlad Guerrero also went yard. So I am now, I believe, up to 14. So I'm coming for that leaderboard. I know Mayor's got 17, but I am right there. I am so close. And yesterday it was double dipping. You got 2 home runs for catchers. So I'm not sure how that worked out for everybody. We'll find out later in the show. Trout did finally get a hit.
Finally.
Finally.
Big part of the problem, goodness. Trout. Geez, way to get on track. Are you getting paid enough money to not get hits? Come on.
He hadn't been hitless since May 28th. That's a long time. And when Michael Wacha is throwing 3-hit shutouts against you, I think that's like the biggest red flag you could possibly have. The Astros are very good yesterday. Again, 3 hits, a homer, a stolen base for Tucker. We're going to talk a lot about Julio Rodriguez today. That's a guy we're going to get to. Hunter Green, fantastic outing against your Diamondbacks. I just don't understand. Hunter Green has fallen off the charts in the National League Rookie of the Year race. And I don't know why, but I still think he is very much in this race. Actually, Bogman, tell me about your thoughts of Hunter Green last night. I'm going to go look and see what those odds are right now on betting.
Yeah, look, he was very good last night. D-backs have the second highest K rate in the league right now. I believe behind maybe the Angels is the only team that's worse than them. It could be the Braves. I get them confused, but they're real bad, the D-backs, and they're not on a good pace right now. And Hunter Green, if you let him take advantage, he absolutely will. I think the reason why he's low on those Rookie of the Year odds are because the Reds are just going to let him work it out in the big. So he's going to have, if he sucks, he's going to work it out in the bigs. If he's amazing, he's going to work it out in the bigs. So it's going to be a roller coaster all year long with this dude. But to your credit, Joe, the NL is wide open for Rookie of the Year. So
he is 40
do we even have
1.
odds? 40 to 1.
He's 40 to 1. Like, how is
does
that
it say
possible?
his name, or does it just say the field is 40 to 1 and he's in it?
And I was just making sure, like, I'm looking at the right guy. Yeah, it's Hunter Green, 40 to 1, 45 in one spot, 30 in another. I mean,
who are the top 3 right now in the NL? Do you have that?
Yeah, I do. Hold on one second. But that's just stunning. I mean, I made a wager early on Hunter Green. I think I had it like 9 to 1 or something like that. And of course, he had to give up the 5 home runs, so everybody lost their mind and all that stuff happens. But man alive, like that's just going in the wrong direction. I don't know if it's changed significantly in the last, few hours or anything like that. But in the National League so far, you got Mackenzie Gore, Nolan Gorman, Seiya Suzuki still at the top. But he has now moved to plus 600. So he went from like 2 to 1 to plus 600.
Well, there's still a chance for Seiya to win. I mean, if he adjusts back
5 to 1 on Hunter Green. on FanDuel. 45. I mean, come on.
It's a good bet to make. If 45-1, throw yourself $20 on it and see if it works out, or however much, whatever unit is to you. So I would do that.
I just don't know. Like, I mean, Nolan Gorman's dealing with a back injury. Mackenzie Gore's been great, but
that's why I said it's wide open in the NL.
Yeah, I mean, you look around everything. Suzuki's not the guy. I keep telling everybody he's not the guy. We haven't seen Max Meyer yet. I mean, 45-100 green right now, that's just absurd. Like, I mean, you might as well take a shot on it at something. Also, in terms of what's going on in the news, obviously yesterday the Rangers Guardian game was postponed due to rain, and somebody on Twitter said, "Good call on John Gray." I'm like, he got rained out. The show's at noon. Good call on John Gray. I hope.
What are you, not a weatherman too, Joe? Come on. Remember Nick Cage in The Weatherman? You remember that movie?
The Weatherman?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the weather. I remember the Family Man. I remember the Family Man.
The Weatherman.
Did you do a stretch of movies where he was playing people with man at the end of it?
It could have been. Maybe he'll play Bogman at some point in his life. So
hi, I want to talk to you about individual defensive players. So many linebackers.
Football.
So good. Okay.
TJ Watt's for the best.
San Diego Padres. Okay, Padre. San Diego Padres, Fernando Tatis Jr. The wrist looking better. He's apparently going to start swinging a bat soon. There's speculation I just heard on MLB Network before the show that it looks like you might get Fernando Tatis Jr. back in June. Now, that is very exciting. For those of us who rostered him, I've rostered him in the Black Book Challenge League, and I said I'm going to go take a shot on Gleyber Torres to hold the fort down in the meantime. That's worked out. More on him later in the show. But Tatis, if he can come back in the next few weeks, that's a huge lift for this Padres offense that has really struggled for the most part this year.
I mean, it kind of seems like they're waiting to break out until Tatis gets back with them, right? So, because they've spent so much money on the roster, it looks so good, and they're kind of underperforming at this point. My first snarky thought was, I can't wait for Fernando Tatis to come back so he can blow out his shoulder after waiting on the wrist for the last 6 months because he decided not to have surgery on the shoulder. So I don't know, man. I hope he's okay. It's always better when the best players are actually playing, but I don't have a ton of confidence in Tatis right now. And remember, the dude fell on his wrist the other day playing soccer. Like, I don't know. He just looks like he's waiting to get hurt to me.
Well, he was working out at shortstop too, which I thought was odd. I thought, if anything, let's get him out in the outfield where he doesn't have to take nearly as much contact, potentially, nearly as many reps. I mean, I get it. He's a shortstop. He wants to play shortstop, but I don't know, man. Maybe he's just better off in the outfield. Need that bat in that lineup. Tyler McGill expected back this weekend. Tyler the Terrible. So he shall return for the New York Metropolitans. So that's also good news. We can always use some more pitchers. Can we talk about this? Can we talk about Julio Rodriguez and what kind of tear this guy's been on? Now, that was my share. I had two guys in the share for American League Rookie of the Year. One was Rodriguez, one Bobby Witt. The J-Rod share looking good right now. A practice in patience, if you will, Bogman. Over April and March, he had 206 with a 284 OBP. 30 strikeouts. Now, the strikeouts haven't gone away. He still had 29 strikeouts in the month of May, 6 homers, 17 RBI, 5 steals, hit 309 in that month with an 866 OPS. So far in June, over 6 games, hitting 350 with a 966 OPS. So once again, Julio Rodriguez showing you why everyone was so excited about him.
Yeah.
But also a little lesson in patience, I think, for fantasy owners out there.
For sure. I mean, when you take a rookie, and this is why everyone says to take one, you don't take multiple rookies. This is why everyone says to take one, because they have such violent swings in their performance initially. And this is what Seiya did. Seiya was amazing for the first month and has been awful ever since then. Julio is the opposite. He was awful the first month, has been amazing since then. And his StatCast page, his Baseball Savant page, really shows you a rookie. His max exit velocity is top 5%. His K rate is bottom 10%. So it shows it shows wild swings in a player like this. So expect more bumps, more peaks and valleys for Julio moving forward this year for sure.
I think you just named the film that Nick Cage is going to star as Scott Bogman in.
Peaks
Scott Bogman, played by Nick Cage in Max velocity.
Max velocity. I don't know about
Max
that.
exit velocity.
Yeah. Maybe if we're talking about food.
How are you going to get to the front of that drive-through? That's the question. All right. I can't believe it. Look at the line. I've got to find a way to the front. The BABIP leaders. I want to talk about this. Let's do a little deep dive here for a second. Some of the guys who have BABIPs that are off the charts right now. JD Martinez at 468 on the year. Paul Goldschmidt at 397. Luis Arise at 393. Garrett Cooper has been excellent, 383. Xander Bogaerts in the top 10. Tim Anderson, Devers, Chris Taylor, and Julio rounds out that top 10. So obviously when you're looking at the BABIP, it's, there's a certain sustainability factor to these things. Some of these guys that are in that 350 to 500 range, of the names like Chris Taylor, Garrett Cooper, Arise, like these are the guys you got to be a little afraid of. I know Rise is a big contact guy, but still, like some of those guys you got to be a little worried about. Even Machado, he's right up there at 361. Eventually that's going to come back a little bit, don't you think?
For sure. I mean, just looking at like Chris Taylor has a very high career BABIP. It's 346. So, this is kind of what he does anyway, but 377 is still well above that. So, anyone that is leading the league in BABIP, you should expect regression in, because it shows, the stat shows a lot of luck, but, some of these guys are just good hitters. And the reason their BABIP is high is because they sting the ball. They hit it very, very hard. So, it gets between those gaps a little quicker. So, and that's what you see with a lot of these players here.
Yeah, and it's no surprise to see names on that list like, Ty France, Jeff McNeil's been very hot. He's been very good in there. Brian Hayes was one that surprised me. He's hitting 289 in the year. The BABIP is 360. Hasn't hit for a lot of power, but Brandon Marsh is another guy with a weird one. He's got a 356 BABIP, but if you look over at the batting average is 250. So 100-point difference there. That's one too that's interesting. He's just been striking out a lot, but my goodness, and it makes the contact. It's definitely going out there. It's also good to get Giancarlo Stanton back this week for the Yankees. He's on that top 25 list also. Cesar Hernandez, another guy that keeps popping up in some of these deep dive
no
stats.
homers,
telling everybody.
But so good.
I know.
Outside of that.
But in a points league, he's just finding ways to be productive, which I kind of like.
Yeah. I mean, I have Cesar in a bunch of leagues because he's hitting leadoff. So, a lot of runs, a lot of batting average, just blanking you in homers. And it's just kind of difficult to take a 0 in homers these days on your roster because, unless DFS, of course, but, because it seems like everybody hits 20. So if you take a guy with 0, you have to have the guy to hit 40 that is going to make up for him. So it's just difficult to roster a guy like that sometimes.
I'm out on those guys. It's the same reason I don't like the guys who are all power and no batting average either. I don't like the players that zap you somewhere else. I know some people say, well, you can make it work, and you can, but there's a little bit of luck into that too, almost too much.
That's Moon Knight right there. Your skills need to balance. So
I haven't seen the Moon Knight yet. Is it worth my time? Is it good?
It is.
Okay,
it is.
I've heard a lot of
Oscar
people all
Isaac
over the
is
place.
Incredible in it. He really is. So because he has to play so many different characters. So because Moon Knight is got multiple personality. So
Nick Cage can play a lot of different characters, but they all sound just like Nick Cage.
They all sound like Nick Cage, right? There's no throwing your voice at all. There's no accents or anything. So
I'm trying to think. My top 3 Nick Cage movies have to be Raising Arizona, still at the top. I think Raising Arizona is just amazing. I would say probably Con Air and then Face Off, right? Is that like the
Con Air, Face Off have to be on there. The third one is really Dealer's Choice. You could throw a National Treasure in there.
I've never seen National Treasure.
Really? I mean,
know how I never got away from
it's not surprising because you will put your nose in the air about some movies. Just the I will not see that.
It's not true. I just said I like Con Air.
Con Air
is the
but you were
goofy.
Yeah, but you were young when Con Air came out. Come on, so
I was in college, I think, when Con Air came out.
Really?
Put the bunny in the box. The Rock, I didn't like The Rock. The Rock to me was
How did you not like The Rock? What are you, a commie? The Rock was it was great. Dude, have you got to the part in Brooklyn Nine-Nine where Kevin and Peralta are discussing all of the works of Nick Cage?
No, I don't think I've gotten to that point, but I have gotten to the point in Brooklyn Nine-Nine though, where we've gone through like the Die Hard stuff and all the things. So he's obviously a man after my own heart. All right, here we go. Today in baseball history, which is also a fun fact. We're doing both of them together today. In 1994, A's outfielder Ricky Henderson steals his 1,100th career base on this day. Just for some perspective, last year in Major League Baseball, there were 2,000 stolen bases in the entire league, playing 162 games against each other. There was 2,100 stolen bases. So just
and then he said, "Now I am the greatest of all time." Right? What a speech!
Oh my God, I love him. It's so funny. Okay, so Gleyber Torres, we teased this at the top of the show. This was a player a lot of people left for dead. I continued to say in draft season, this was a player that was too young with too much talent, too much of that can't miss stuff. And also the fact that you saw the dude put up 30 home runs and you put up a great season at a young age. So why are we going to give up on this guy altogether? He's dirt cheap. Let's take a flyer. Now, entering today's action, Torres is ranked in the 94th percentile among major leaguers with a 92.3 miles per hour exit velocity. His 575 expected slugging percentage ranks in the 92nd percentile. The hard hit rate, 12.9% up from last year. So everything is here. I mean, the guy's on pace for a 30-80 season. And that's fantastic from the middle infield. He can't ask for more than that. So once again, I feel like the theme of today is patience, but all the numbers, all the deeper stats are telling you Gleyber Torres is going the right direction. That's a player I feel like if you drafted him, you took a shot, you're really proud of yourself. Is there any concern though? Because you did see some of the downside last year. Are you saying, man, this is so great, this is the turnaround? Or are you saying, yes, this is the guy who's getting back to being the guy he was always supposed to be and showed us he could be just a few short years ago?
No, I think he's getting back. It's funny. Welsh and I were doing interviews in the preseason. Saras pointed out Gleyber Torres as a guy that he was investing a lot in. And if you look at him too, he's hitting 247, which isn't particularly fantastic. He's a career 266 hitter, but we just talked about BABIP, Joe. His BABIP is 248 this year, and his career is 300. So he's hitting 50 points below what his career is. So it looks like there's positive regression coming here for Gleyber Torres and his batting average, which is also going to lead to more homers and driving in more runs and scoring more runs. So there's still meat on the bone for Torres to improve this year as well. So I'm definitely on board. I got multiple shares of Gleyber.
I actually forgot a couple of Nicolas Cage movies. I'm looking at it now. Adaptation, very good.
Oh,
Adaptation, very good movie. And also
Matchstick Men.
Moonstruck. Matchstick Men, very good movie.
Matchstick Men, I love.
Moonstruck. Yeah. How great is he in Moonstruck?
I don't think I've seen Moonstruck.
My hand. I lost my bride. Johnny has his hand. Johnny has his bride. That's great. Hilarious.
Man, I feel like I don't need to see it anymore. You just killed it.
yeah. Matchstick Men was a good one too. I forgot about that. That's a fun. That's a good flick. We need more movies like that. Where you're like, absolutely, that's a really good movie.
You Catch Me If You Can kind of has the same feel, shystery movies. So
shyster. You're picking a squad.
You ever see Welcome to Collinwood? Have you ever seen that one? That's a good kind of.
No, but I know the movie you're talking about.
Yeah, that was Clooney makes an appearance in that as well. So that's not Nick Cage. That's Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell, good dude, good actor. All right, yes. Stat heroes, Michael Walker, obviously the 9 innings. Nobody touches that. He's at the top of the list. No earned 6 Ks. Hunter Green with his 8 Ks. Carlos Carrasco was terrific last night. Noah Syndergaard, actually good. But again, the strikeouts, just 3. I don't know. Syndergaard's very frustrating. I'm out. I would trade him if I was you off of this start. Like, take him off the good start, trade him, because at some point there's going to be an injury probably. Eduardo Escobar, 4 for 5 with the homer, 6 RBIs in the cycle. Just tremendous night for him. Again, nailed that lineup builder yesterday. Kyle Tucker, 3 for 4. Jose Altuve, 3 for 5 with a home run. Our boy Julio, 2 for 5 with a dinger. Brandon Drury continues to hit. 1 home run for him. He was 2 for 4.
What was so disgusting about that bomb that Drury hit?
What's that?
Drury hit it as a Diamondback that was released. Hit it off of Madison Bumgarner, who got all of Paul Goldschmidt's money. And that whole thing just made me disgusted. So
Paul Goldschmidt's money sounds like a heist movie.
Starring Nick Cage. Let's get it. Come on. Paul Goldschmidt's money. We gotta get Goldschmidt's money.
Goldschmidt's money's gone. Jerickson Profar 3 for 4, and also Luke Voigt with a home run last night. Stat zeros, Daniel Lynch.
60 seconds, by the way. I mean, come on.
I don't know. Cage that was another one that just kind of, what happens?
Are you, hold on, Joe, hold on. This needs to be addressed. Right. Are you about to tell me that you haven't seen Gone in 60 Seconds?
No.
Okay. All right. Okay. We're about to have our first fight So just so you know.
What if I was going to say it's bad, or if I
no, not if it's bad that you haven't seen it. The thing is, everyone has to sit through it. That's the rule. You have to have sat through Gone in 60 Seconds
because it's so bad. Is that why?
Just if you're gonna make any comments about Nick Cage, you have to have sat through that movie. That's all I'm saying.
I know what he does this thing with his hands.
Very passionate.
I know he does that.
Yeah.
Stat zero.
That
this is great. Too. I bet we could get him on the show. He's not doing anything. You know what was fun? The Netflix special on him where he did about the curse words that I did see.
That I didn't see. That I did not see, but I will watch it. I think you told me about that too.
It was good. It's worth seeing. I think you'd enjoy it. Daniel Lynch,
Last Kingdom,
not enjoy
they're on
him.
The list.
Oh my God, Last Kingdom should be top of your list, bro. So good. 6 earned runs for Daniel Lynch. Christian Javier was bad. I'll take the L on that one. Blake Snell was bad. I'll take the W on that one because I said let's go after Blake Snell with the Mets last night. The Mets have the #1 offense in baseball, which is pretty terrifying considering they haven't had Jacob deGrom or Max Scherzer pitch all that much. Jeez, like what that team could be is frightening. Eugenio Suarez, the best player in baseball, went 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. So just hold your breath, everybody. Trent Grisham, again, 0 for 3 Ks. I mean, this dude's going to get released if he keeps this up. Trevor Story, if only somebody told you to deal this guy. 0 for 4, 2 Ks. Look, it's going in the other direction. What a shock. Oh, my God. You probably could have cashed him in for Vlad 2 weeks ago. Joe Adele came up and went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Bobby Witt Jr. 0 for 4 with a K. Eric Hosmer, same thing. Hitting 255 in May. He's hitting a $130 all the way since in the first week of June. So way to go, Eric Hosmer. All right, let's get to the home run board, boys and girls. It's got Mike Mayer on it, which still makes me depressed at 17, but I'm coming up, baby. Coming for that #1 spot. Coming for the board.
Moving on up.
Mayor, can you verify that and do something here useful? What number am I on the home run? I'm either 14 or 15.
Something useful.
Cal Riley.
How dare you? Mayor does a great job on the sheet every day. How dare you, Joe?
It's just fun. It's part of the shtick of the show. I picked Vladdy because I said I'm not playing your catcher game. Yesterday, if you took a catcher, you got double points. Only one catcher hit a home run, and no one called him. It was Cal Raleigh. And poor Welsh changed his pick. He actually changed his pick to a catcher when he found that out. So sorry, you got to stick with what works. I don't know where I'm at there. Let's go to a little betting pros and talk a little bit about BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. Bet $10. He's laughing already. Win 200 when you use the promo code leading off right here on Fantasy Pros. Again, the promo code is leading off. Go to betmgm.com or download the BetMGM app. Bet 200. I'm sorry, bet 200. You could bet 200, but all you got to do is bet 10 to win 200. Again, this is at BetMGM. Use the promo code leading off. Bet responsibly and use the promo code leading off when you do. We got some fun stuff on the slate. We were digging around for some fun ones today. A lot of offense today. That's what I like today. Nolan Arenado is the first one on DKs at 1.5. The money is plus 115 on the juice. Nick Castellanos plus 110 at the 1.5 total bases. Total bases for Matt Olson at 1.5 also plus 115. So you get a lot of guys. And don't forget about Juan Soto. 0.5 total bases is minus 135. Anytime you get a number like that on Soto, I'm all in. Now, Bogman, I don't know what's going on because you put BVP numbers in the show sheet and you said, Joe, don't delete these, you moron.
Well, you deleted them last week, so I figured I'd just use the link instead. So if you click on that link, you can see them. There.
So the BVP is so you created a failsafe for the old man to make sure that you didn't delete them. That's what you did. Okay,
yeah, exactly. So Miguel Cabrera, 6 for 58 with what would that be? 2 homers and 5 doubles against Jose Quintana. Obviously, these guys are both very old and have a lot of experience against each other. Brandon Crawford, 11 for 35. That's a 344 average with a double and a triple and a bomb against Herman Marquez. Robbie Grossman also hitting over 300 against Quintana. He has 3 doubles against him. Tommy La Stella, 6 for 15. Francisco Lindor, 5 for 11 against Darvish. Jose Iglesias, 5 for 14 against Jose Iglesias. CJ Cron, 5 for 12 against Carlos Rodon with a bomb as well. Those are the PVB guys for today.
I'm getting hazed once again. Here's Mayor. Blue text means it's a link, Joe. Welcome to the internet. Thanks, Mayor. Because I was literally looking around going, I don't see it. I can't delete it if it's not in there.
What?
I don't understand.
What kind of mail is this? I only get my mail from the postman.
I don't know about this electronic mail. I don't know, but I'm at 15.
Who delivers the
by the way.
electronic mail? I
15.
don't understand. 15.
So
All
that
right.
means
Congratulations, Joe.
I just want to be clear here. That means that I am probably one of these tied for or almost there 15, 16 guys. So
I see.
just want to say that we're getting close. We're getting close.
You know what's
here,
harder is, Mayor, tell me how many I have. Probably like 6. So
well, I mean, do you pick every day? I don't understand.
I need to start picking every day. I need to do it. It
and
needs
if
to
you
go
want to pick
in
every
part of my
day,
rotation. I will.
Well, look, I mean, it's very easy. You go in there, and if you want to be a part of this, we're still doing. Look, we're doing prizes for the month of June. You're gonna win a free leading off T-shirt just for hanging out. Maybe you don't win the overall prize, which is a Tatis autographed jersey. I don't know which wrist he's gonna autograph with, but we'll see. But the giveaway we still got in June. If you want to get in on the home run contest, even if it's just for the last few months and try to win for the month, go to our Discord, fantasypros.com/chat. It's free to join. If you're a premium member of Fantasy Pros, you can make home run calls. You can hang out with Bogman and myself on stages. I'm going to be doing a lot of mock drafts with everybody there. So there's a lot of fun stuff happening this summer and all the way in season. That's the place to be, especially for Bogman and myself. Stages after dark, when everybody else is asleep and Bogman and I are the only 2 people still awake doing stages and working at Fantasy Pros. That is, well, Friedman's always working. Friedman sleeps for 3 hours. He's on that Da Vinci sleep. But everybody else, it's just me and Bogman up there. So nobody knows what we're talking about, what we're doing. It's a great time. We do great stuff over there. So I encourage everybody, check out the Discord. Also, if you're looking to join leagues, it's a great place to go and do that also. So let's get to the pitchers tonight. So a lot of big name pitchers. So keep it simple. On DK, you got Skubal at 9.8 against the Pirates. To me, that dude's a lock. You're looking at then a bunch of high price guys. So instead of going up to the 10K range, you could stay with Tyon and the Yankees. I think I got a good matchup against the Twins, I think, tonight. Other than that, you're going to have to pay up for Rodon at home, who's been excellent at home, not so much on the road. Manoah at 10K, Verlander at 10.6. If I'm going to pay up for somebody, I'm going to pay up for Verlander. You put him and Skubal together, and you just cheap out on offense tonight. I think it's a pitching night. Same thing on FanDuel. Everybody's basically 10-4 and up. Like Skubal's 10-4. Kyle Wright's 10-5. Verlander's 10-9. Manoah's 11K. The only guy below 10 is Carlos Rodon at 9.9 and Tyon at 9.5. Here's what you do. You play multi-entry. You make up a lineup that you like. Give yourself a little leeway there. And you just have one with every single pitcher. It's a 5 lineup kind of night in tournaments. If you hit one of them, awesome. You're probably going to hit a nice pay line. And who knows? Who knows how that could be? But I'm telling you right now, no, I didn't jinx Skubal. Bizarrizage is like, yeah, jinx. I've been talking about Skubal and rostering him in DFS for months now. Come on.
Can we go over how quickly you said his name without issue? Bizarrizage. I mean, that was fantastic.
Bizarrizage.
Yeah,
well, I mean
that was amazing.
Here. He's an OG Peanut and Cracker Jack, which brings us
it just flowed so fast. It was surprising.
Well, people don't know this. I was actually a member of the Wu-Tang Clan when it originally formed. But
is that right?
Eventually, yeah, I got cut out. Yeah, it was Bizarrizage is a piece of pia. That was a Bizarrizza.
You know what? I don't even know how to argue against that. So
it was the Rizza, the Jizza, the Pizza. I was the Pizza, and then there was Old Dirty Bastard, Method Man, and Inspector Deck, and that was the entire
Method Man, Bogman. All right, I was in there, so don't forget about me. Of course.
See, look, he knows Wu-Tang forever.
Wu-Tang.
The Pizza, the Rizza, Old Dirty Bastard, Method Man.
Remember the race draft in the Chappelle show? Oh God, Wu-Tang Clan was so hilarious.
All-time that. For shizzle, one of the all-time great sketches ever. All right, let's get to the home run call of the night. I'm going with Jordan Alvarez tonight against Chris Flexen. High fly ball rate, gives up homers, small ballpark, big hunking slugger. Let's go. Let's keep it simple. Coming for that board, baby. Let's go. And you know it. You know, if I get the 16 and I'm tied with everybody, you know I'm going to be with those. And 17 people tied with 16. He's not going to put my name on the board. I'm going to make sure Ethan puts my name of the people there just so I'm right behind Mayor. I'm going to make sure I talk to him about
Mayor. Any way to keep Pisapia's name off of the list, I will also tip you. Just send me that PayPal. I'm going to go
get in the contest.
I wanted to go with Alvarez, but you already had him on the sheet. That's getting to the sheet first. That's what it does for you. So I will go with Big Meat Pete. Let's go, Alonso. Get a bomb. Let's go.
All right. Pete Alonso for Bogman tonight in the home run contest. Mayor's going with Bryce Harper again. Oh, God. Be something different. God, Mayor. Also, Mr. Buster just pointing out, acknowledging the first year anniversary of the Discord channel and the home run contest. So there you go. So this started off as something I used to do at another network, and people loved it. We had a good time, and I brought it over here. And Dan and I were just going head to head last year, and I said, let's open it up to everybody, and everybody wanted to get in on it. And then before you know it, the bots were created in order to get all the home runs. And now Wonky Penguin's kind of in charge of it, I feel like, as she should be in charge of everything. Mike Mayer should be in charge of nothing, but he does some things as well. But it's great. It's a fun way for all of us to interact, talk trash. And I was Mark Teixeira of April, the slow April. Remember that every year where Mark Teixeira would do nothing for a month and you would trade for him? God, I miss those days.
That guy just needed to get into spring training a month early, I guess. So
right,
like never happened for him.
It was like clockwork. Mark Teixeira, there's a 200 and 2 home runs in April. There's May 360 with 11 dingers.
He's just waiting for the weather to warm up. So, he grew up
Waiting
only in warm weather places. So I like that excuse always. Well, he grew up around all the warm weather. Oh, okay. If you say so.
Baseball's played outside. It's not really, it's not like, we almost playing baseball in the snow, except in Colorado, but that's a story for another time. If you enjoy the show, and I know you do, make sure you subscribe to Fantasy Pros MLB channel. We're trying to hit 8,000 subscribers. That's the new goal. We are well on the way to that. We want you to be a part of it. If you want to watch us live at any time, every day at noon Eastern, we're live on the channel. You can be a part of it. If you're a subscriber, you can comment. You can be a part of this community here that we continue to grow, making baseball fun again, talking about all of the stats, but also talking about stupid Nick Cage movies. This is why you're here for the show. And if you're listening to the podcast, give us a nice review on iTunes or wherever the heck you listen to your podcast, because I know you do. It's literally the least thing you can do, and it means a big deal to us. So we appreciate that. We appreciate you, and that'll do for us. But the story of the game goes on. For Scott Bogman, I'm Nick Cage. We'll see you next time, kids.
See ya.
I lost my hand.